What's up everybody, it's Kyle from Untch for Lunches. Today we're going to do a tutorial on how to cut a whole beef tenderloin into filet mignon steaks. Now this is a simple task, really. This is one of the easiest things that you're going to cut, so we're going to jump right into it. Okay, so for the first step, there's a seam here on the side, and you can see it already starting to break apart. Okay, so you can kind of get it started, you can see right now with your fingers a little bit, and then finalize it with your knife. So this whole side here, you're gonna take off, and you could use this for like stir fry, clean it up. We'll deal with that later on. After you have that completely taken off the side, you're gonna work on trimming the top fat. Underneath this top fat, you're gonna find a silver seam, is what most people refer to it as. The silver seam is really easy to take off. If you find it, slip your knife right up underneath of it and really just point your knife up once you get under it, and you can follow it all the way to the back side. Peel it right up off of there. There's a portion of it, the rest of it that still remains, you can kind of slide your knife underneath of it. Go ahead and flip this around. Right up underneath, and just take it right off with hopefully minimal meat on the other side. And do that until you see no more silver seam. So now that we have the silver seam taken off completely and the tenderloin trimmed up nice, you see where this fat starts to V up into this other section. This is called the butt portion of the tenderloin right here. You're gonna want to clean that fat out. Okay, and then follow it up to the bottom side of the tenderloin and just run your knife slimly, just ever so gently across the back side, and pick up these ridges where the tenderloin actually was connected to the bone of the short loin. Okay, after you have those pieces trimmed up, there's one last thing. If you want to be really cautious, you could take out this tendon on this side that goes right in between. Face off this end. Again, this can go into stir fry later. And now we're ready to cut our steaks. You can see from here I'm going to take off that end, and what we're going to use that for is stir fry. Basically any leftovers you get from this you can use for stir fry or stew meat or something like that. And so I like to take off first 3 small steaks, about a ½ inch thick, as you can see right here. I'll go ahead and flip those over. Just tiny little medallion steaks because the end tapers off a little bit. Okay, so after that, when I go to cut the rest of the steaks, what I try to do is double the thickness of those first 3 cuts, just so you get those nice center pieces about 2 inches thick, maybe 1.5 inches, something like that. As long as it's between 1.25 inches and 1.5 inches, you have perfectly fine steaks to work with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and break down the rest of this loin, and then I'll show you what to do with the scraps. See, you can actually yield a lot of stir fry if you carefully pick through it, and if you're good with your knife, you can get a lot of these pieces and salvage them nicely. So there's a good, I don't know, 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds of stir fry right there. I could still maybe go through these scraps if I wanted to a little bit better and take some of the excess meat off the silver skin, etc. But really, this is your trash pile, and it's honestly maybe a little bit smaller than your stir fry pile, so you're not getting that much waste. You yielded all those steaks, and you still have some stir fry to play with for salads and whatever else your creative cooking mind can think of. But that's the tenderloin tutorial, folks. Join us next time on Untches for Lunches. Maybe I'll show you how to cook one.